Hello students, welcome again in our today's video session class. In the last video class we have done up to the chemical properties of water, that reaction of water with carbon, chlorine, then reaction with non-metallics, oxides, reaction of metals with cold water, hot water and steam, also reaction of water with metallic hydroxide. Now today's topic is the water as a universal solvent. As you know, in your previous classes also you have studied that why water is called a universal solvent. Before going to universal solvent, we will see what a solute. Solute means a substance that gets dissolved in another substance is called solute, and the substance in which a solute is dissolved is called a solvent, and a uniform mixture of solute and a solvent is called a solution. Now water is called a universal solvent as it can dissolve a large number of solid, liquid and gaseous substances in it present in this our earth. For example, water dissolves solid like salt, sugar, then baking soda, liquid like alcohol, juice, milk and vinegar, acetic acid. So many gases are also dissolved in water, suppose oxygen and carbon dioxide, nitrogen, ammonia. If oxygen and carbon dioxide not dissolved in water, then it will be not possible for aquatic plants and animals to survive in water. Water dissolves most minerals and nutrients also present in our food. This help our body is easily absorptions of dissolved materials. It also dissolves waste materials of the body, which helps to remove from the kidney in the form of urine. Then dissolution of water helps in aquatic and in animals to survive and to breathe, and carbon dioxide helps the aquatic plants to do photosynthesis. Bacteria present in water are also converted dissolved nitrogen into nitrogenous compound that are used by aquatic plants for their nourishment, because nitrogen is also important for their growth. Now, what are the factors affecting the formation of solution? There are so many factors you have already studied in your class 6. The factor affecting the formation of solution. That is, first is the stirring. Stirring means when you stir, when you take a glass of water and 1 or 2 teaspoons of sugar, what we do, we stir with the spoon. That makes dissolution very fast. Then increase in temperature means if you increase the temperature of the solvent, then dissolution will become fast. Then particle size. If the size of solute is small, the rate of formation of solution is faster, because as you know, the fine particles will take the empty space of the particle of the solvent quickly. Okay. Now, dissolution, physical and chemical change. Dissolution of covalent compounds in water. So many covalent compounds are there which are also dissolved in water. For example, sugar, that is C6H12O11. It is a covalent compound dissolved in water. It disappears to form sugar solution. Why it happens? Because the dissolution of sugar in water is a physical change, because the particles of the sugar will take the empty space of the particles of water and it get dissolved, but the volume of the water will not increase. Okay. So they disappear throughout the water, but they does not change their chemical identity, and we can separate them also by the process of crystallization. We can separate sugar from the sugar solution. After that, dissolution of ionic compounds. Some ionic compounds are also, ionic compound means the compound which are formed by the transfer of electrons. For example, sodium chloride, NaCl, is an ionic compound which also get dissolved in a water. There is divided opinion on this question. Some says the physical change while others suggest this is a chemical change. Why? So when salt is dissolved in water, it forms a salt solution which is a homogeneous mixture. It retains the property of both components. Further, this component cannot be recovered by physical means. You cannot do by separate by filtration, sedimentation, decantation, etc. So for this, to separate them, we need to follow either evaporation method or by distillation method you have to follow. Now the sodium chloride is dissolved in water is dissociated into sodium and chlorine ions. First of all, they dissociate, decompose the sodium and chlorine, which can be separated by the equation NaCl gives Na plus Cl. So that means if you pass electricity to the salt solution, you can decompose the sodium chloride and you can get separate sodium and chlorine, which is not a physical method, it is a chemical method. So in this regard, some of the there are some opinions that it is a dissolution of sodium chloride in water is a chemical change. Okay, now the next point is the solubility, which you have already studied in your class 6. Solubility means a solute that dissolves in a solvent is said to be soluble in that solvent, but the solubility of different substances in different liquids are different. Okay, because suppose sugar and salt get dissolved in water very quickly, but if you take sand and chalk powder, they are insoluble in water. So there is a difference in solubility. So what is solubility? Solubility is the property of particular solutes to dissolve in a particular solvent. Means it is a property of particular solute to get dissolved in a solute. But the solubility is not same for all solute in a same solvent. Different solutes have different rate of solubility in the solvent. Okay. So on this solubility, after the solubility, we have the solutions. That solutions can be further divided into 3 types that are on the basis of solvent and solute. That is unsaturated solution, saturated solution and supersaturated solution. 3 types of solutions are there. First is unsaturated solution. Second is saturated solution, and next is supersaturated solution. Supersaturated solution. What are these? Unsaturated, saturated and supersaturated. A solution is said to be unsaturated when some more solute can be dissolved in a solution at specific temperature. Some more solute may get dissolved at a specific temperature. Then that type of solutions is called unsaturated solution. After that, what is saturated solution? It is a solution in which no more solute get dissolved in a specific temperature of the solvent. Then that means if you take a glass of water at a particular, suppose the normal temperature of water is 4 degrees Celsius. If you put 1 teaspoon of sugar, stir it, it will get dissolved. You put again 1, 2, 3, 4. You will see one time will come, the last teaspoon of sugar is not getting dissolved in the water. Okay, that type of solution is called saturated solution, but before that the solution was unsaturated solution. Now the last teaspoon of sugar which has not been dissolved in the water, what you will do? You heat the solution, means you increase the temperature of the solute. What you will see, the last teaspoon of the sugar will also get dissolved. That means that solution is called supersaturated solution. So by the definition we can say the solution at a specific temperature that contain more dissolved material that could be normally dissolved is called supersaturated solution. Okay. So these are the three types of solution on the basis of the solubility. Now, what are the factors that affect the solubility of a solute in a solvent? Factors. First factor is the temperature. And second is the pressure. Due to temperature and pressure, the solubility of a solute in a solvent depends. Suppose solubility of a solute solute in a solvent increase with increase in temperature, that I just told you. In case of a supersaturated solution, if you increase the temperature of the solution, saturated solution, some more solute can get dissolved. Okay, so when increase the temperature of a solvent, you can the solubility will also increase. The solubility of a gaseous solute decreases with increase, but in case of gases, the solubility in a solvent decreases. So soft drinks we generally kept in a refrigerator so that its temperature is cooled, and the solubility of the carbonic acid that is added to the soft cold drinks, it retain its taste and better than cold when it is cold. So rate of death of aquatic animals increase in summer due to less dissolved oxygen in the water. In the water, actually in summer what happens, the water bodies, the temperature of water is much more than 4 degrees Celsius. So in that case the solubility of carbon dioxide and oxygen will decrease, which leads to the death of some aquatic plants and animals. Next is the pressure. Pressure does not have any effect on the dissolution of a solute in a solvent. Pressure, in a case of gaseous solution, increased pressure will increase the solubility of the solvent. So according to Henry's law, the solubility of gas present over a liquid increases with increase in temperature. Means it's the Henry's law. It says that the solubility of a gas present over a liquid will increase its solubility when pressure is increased. So therefore a bottle of soft drinks taste better due to more dissolved carbon dioxide when it is closed. But once you open the bottle, if you don't drink the cold drinks or soft drinks, if you open and leave it for some time, its taste will not as it was when it was opened at first. So itself also it is interesting to observe that soft drinks bottle is not filled up to the brim. Some space is provided for gas to expand in case of temperature increases or the pressure decreases. So these are the facts of some physical properties. Also the first one is what I have said, the why water is called universal solvent. Then dissolution and factor affecting the formation of solution. After that, the dissolution is why it is a physical change and why it is called also a chemical change. We have explained, we have seen. Then what is solubility, and on the basis of solubility, solutions are divided into three types, that is unsaturated, saturated and supersaturated solution. After that we have seen that what are the factors that affect the rate of solubility of a solid in a solvent, that is pressure and temperature. In case of solids, due to increasing with the increase in temperature of a solvent, the solubility will be more, but for the gaseous state, if the temperature is lower, then the solubility of gas in a liquid will increase. But in case of solids, the dissolution of solid in a solvent does not affected by its pressure, but in case of gas, with increase in pressure, the solubility of gases will also increase in water. Okay, or we can say in any liquid also we can say. So it has some phenomenon also. So what generally we keep soft drinks or cold drinks bottles in the refrigerator to maintain its temperature. Okay, so these are the things that we have seen in today's video class. Hope you have all understood. Then the next part of the chapter is the solution, suspension. That it is called types of solution: suspension and colloidal solution. Okay, so we will see it in the next video class. Okay, students, thank you for watching this video once again. Thank you very much. Goodbye.